lot of people don't know that Pendleton is the fastest growing part of the county. And one of the things that's leading that is housing. How many houses are going up in Pendleton now and around the Pendleton area?
Well, we've experienced a lot of growth, as you have seen over the past several years. However, it's slowing up some now. I mean, I think with interest rates going up a little bit, we're starting to see it slow down a little. So I don't think it's going to go as fast as it was. But, if we probably, if all the rest of them built out that are planned right now, it might be somewhere in the neighborhood of 650 houses. So I don't know how long that build out will take at this point. But there still seems to be a reasonable amount of demand. It's just not going really wide open like it was. When you see all this growth, a lot of the growth is around us too, not necessarily in the city limits. So you got to keep that in mind. And of course you see everybody, I think, seeing the increase in traffic, congestion and things like that as a result of all the growth, but all the growth's not here. Although we are seeing a lot of growth, and of course we've had a lot of growth just in our business community too, downtown with new restaurants and things like that too. So overall we're still growing, but not quite at the rate we were.
The plans now are to really open up a whole other district with a new fire station and to be a lot of residential out there too, right?
Right. Yeah, this is an area in town here that is called Village Hills, and it's off of Cherry Street over here. If you can come into it that direction, and also you can go out Queen and turn on Calhoun and go in that way. So it's in between Queen Street and Cherry Street here. But it was kind of a blighted area over there, and the infrastructure is real bad. A lot of problems with the roads and the water and sewer and a lot of things. And the housing there was mostly mobile homes. And the ones that haven't been just pulled out of there completely are not in good condition. So there's a lot of things that need to be improved over there. So what we're doing is we're establishing what is called a TIF district, and it's just an acronym for tax increment financing. So what will happen is we'll issue bonds, and council is in deliberation, or will be in the next few weeks, of just how much to come up with first as far as a bond, as far as how much that first bond issue will be. Because what we'll need to get done is get started over there, and we'll go in and fix the infrastructure, bring it up to snuff, fix the roads, and then we'll have a developer come in that will be building new houses over there. And so of course, the first thing in your mind, you're going to say, well, how are you paying for those bonds? Well, the bonds are paid by the tax revenue that is generated from those houses. So, you might say, well, we're losing that tax money. Well, you're not really, because it wasn't there to start with. And that whole big area over there, all of it, generated about $9,000 a year for the town. So there wasn't a lot of revenue coming in from it anyway. Another thing about it is that we would be able to use the tax revenue of ours to pay the bonds, and also the tax revenue of the counties and of the school district. So it's a good deal, and it's a good deal for them too, because ultimately, as soon as that's paid off, then the school district's getting more money, the county's getting more money, we're getting more money, and we've brought that whole area up to a lot higher standard. And it's going to improve the looks of it, and it's going to hopefully provide some more housing and maybe some more affordable housing for people as well. So it's all a good win. There's going to be another subdivision going in next to it, which is part of that TIF, and it was going on the Morton Farm property, which is the way it's mostly referred to, that you probably heard about, because it was a little bit controversial as far as when they were trying to decide what they wanted there. But that's going to be higher end housing there, but it'll contribute to that as well.
Since the last time we talked, Range on Main is open with their upper thing. Let's talk about downtown. Looks like Range on Main is packed all the time now.
Yeah, they're doing quite well, and so's Blue Heron. They came over here from Clemson. They're doing really well, and Range, I think the warmer it gets, like it has been the last couple of days, you're going to see more and more people want to get on the upper deck up there, or whatever you want to call it, to eat, because it's nice sitting out there, nice view of the park or the square and all. and the mountains off in the distance. Parking's still a challenge. You know, we're doing everything we can right now, and we're going in, and what we're trying to do to start with is we're trying to strike the parking spaces that are available in town, and improve the lighting around all those areas, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to walk a little bit to get where you're going in town here. I know everybody always likes to park in the front door of a place, but it's just not possible always. So the reason we're improving the lighting too is just want people to feel safe when they're walking a block or two to their car. Because if you come in there on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night when it's really busy, there's a good chance you might have to walk a block or two to get to your destination, wherever you want to go in the downtown. We also are purchasing a parking lot, which is directly behind one of the businesses, right in the central business there. And that should be happening in the next few weeks. We're just getting the agreement together, and then we'll have that, and we're going to go in and repave that lot and so on, and bring it up to snuff. So that's going to help. We've got another little lot across the square from it over there. They'll add some more spaces as well. And we're doing some other things up there. We're putting in some more four-way stops to slow traffic down a little bit, just to continue to make it more pedestrian friendly. We've done a lot of things to make it pedestrian friendly. We've upgraded our crosswalks. You may have seen the signage on the crosswalks up there. We're even going to put in some LED lighting that's solar powered in some of the crosswalks, just to bring attention to pedestrians so that they feel safe walking across the streets. So we're making a lot of improvements like that. Eventually we're going to narrow the traffic lanes and just try to keep everybody slowed down a little bit coming through the downtown.
And as part of that, y'all been extending downtown with landscaping and sidewalk, and where's the progress on that? Where are we on that?
Well, first thing we did, we went in and cleaned all the sidewalks a lot and edged them. And, over time, things grow onto the sidewalk, even, from private property owners. They'll have shrubbery and things like that that'll grow out and kind of take the sidewalk over. So we've been doing that. And, everywhere we have new subdivisions, we're requiring sidewalks, and we're just trying to make sure that people have a way to walk so that we have good walkability and connectivity in town. We have also a project on 76 over there where we're going to be realigning Westinghouse Road with Swaney, which is across the road there, and we'll straighten that intersection up. There'll be a traffic light there, and we hope to have a crosswalk going across 76 too, so that people can feel more connected on either side of 76. And we're also realigning Boscobel Road with Dalton Road, which comes out of the new subdivisions over there on 187 and 76.
The other projects people will be able to walk to new housing, the mill project down there. What's the latest you've heard on the mill project they're working on?
Well, they're getting ready to go on it now. It takes a long time to do those kind of projects because you have to check all the boxes with DHEC and EPA and things like that, and remove hazardous material and so on and so forth. And that's been a process, but it's getting ready to go now, so we'll see that shaping up too. And there'll be some new infrastructure improvements there as far as repaving the roads and things like that. So that's going to change the way that looks too, and that's going to be a nice thing there. And it's in a good spot. It's going to be walkable to the downtown and all, so that's going to be a great place for those people who choose to live over there, I think. We really want to try to keep the uniqueness of the downtown, and so that it doesn't look like just another Disney World type of downtown or something like that.
And the same groups owns the oil mill property now too, right?
Same group, yes, Camden.
They said they were trying to move as quick as they can on it. Have you talked to them about that?
Yeah, they're moving along. It's going about as we figured. It's on schedule, I think. They've just completed is a lot of the testing for what you see above the ground. And the next step is they'll be getting rid of the hazardous material that's there. And then once that's completed, then you'll see those structures and the debris that's left there come out of there. And then you may see it sit for a good while. You probably just see a grassy field sitting there for a good while after that, because it'll take a while to check the boxes off again on what's underground if there is anything. You know, I'm not sure exactly what's there, but I don't think you'll see something pop up there overnight, so I wouldn't look for that. But it's going to get cleaned off, I think, in a reasonable time frame. Zaxby's is being completed, so you're going to have Zaxby's down there, and Circle K, they're building it right now. You've probably seen that. Of course, we know there's an Ingles coming at some point. They have property out there. Don't know what the timeline is on that. There's a few other just little rumors floating around, but nothing that I would want to say right now is definitive that's going to go there, other than those that I just mentioned.
We just finished the big event, Jubilee. It looked like it had really good crowds. Remind people what happened this past weekend and what all crowds you had.
Well, we had a great weekend for it. It didn't look that way at first on Saturday morning because we had all that rain and a little bit of lightning come through. But after about 10 o'clock, the weather was really starting to improve a lot, and it went off really well. So we had a great time, had a big crowd there, huge crowd, I'd say, on Sunday. Everything went really pretty well overall. We had a lot of vendors, and I think they did pretty well. And our businesses there, they always thrive during that event, the restaurants and everyone up there on the square. We have the Mother's Day Parade again, that'll be great. And we also have music on the green that'll be coming up. And that'll probably be going on. There'll be several of those during the summer. If they haven't been here, I would say they've missed visiting a really great place and a really unique place with a lot of nice people. Besides just the historical character we have here and the amount of history that's here, which is a ton, you know, of history. Our plantation homes like Ashtabula and Woodburn and all the old buildings here in town. And you know, Pendleton is still it's the oldest town in the upstate, and you could spend days here just enjoying all of the history and things. But besides that, there's a lot of good people here I think they would miss, because the people here make the difference in Pendleton. They're all good, you know, but for the most part, they're all really great folks. And there's, as we like to say, we have history, we have hospitality, and it's also home for us.